Directy has been arrested on domestic violence charges. The bail is now $108,500. And so there are some of his friends that are now trying to raise his bail. I'm not soliciting you for any money. When inmates are locked up, they can't do anything. That's one of the things I saw that was one of the major injustices, is that when you're in jail, you need to get out in order to prove your innocence. Staying locked up, you can't do anything. If you'd like to put money on his commissary, you have to go to a company, because none of this is on the sheriff's website. You have to go to Access Corrections at accesscorrections.com/home. Use the inmate number. If you'd like to set up a prepaid calling plan where he can call you, the facility ID is 06320. That's the Apache County Sheriff's Office. Got 3 felonies, by the way. The bail is tied to the 100,000 emotional distress stalking charge. One of the things that's really dangerous here is, and we have this problem in California, somebody can just under oath, write all kinds of shit about you, and then watch the judicial machinery go into action. In California, if the request is granted, you have 21 days to have the hearing and to oppose it. Arizona is much different. The judge reads the papers and decides whether or not to issue the order. In this case, he issued the order and put it in effect for 2 years. So you have to now request a hearing. Otherwise, it sticks. Also, Arizona's anti-SLAPP law is not nearly as developed as in California. It is allowed now for criminal cases because there is a constitutional defense. Speech, by its very nature, implicates the First Amendment. As a segue here, the Lamoureux Justice Center is where family law cases are heard in Orange County. And I feel sorry for anyone who does family law, because that building was demonic. It was the darkest building I've ever seen in terms of just the feeling of dread, the feeling of depression. They call it family law. I call it destroy the family law, where both sides had one time exchanged vows and said in front of God that they would be married forever till death do us part. That's what they said. Both sides then do everything possible through their lawyers to destroy each other. The man winds up broke. He winds up not seeing his kids. The ex-wife then uses the kids as leverage. That is shit law, okay? And Merb, welcome to shit law. Like I said, you don't find shit law, it finds you. And good for you. I'm very proud of you that you are a family law attorney. And in California, under the anti-SLAPP, pay attention, Merb, there's the 2-pronged test. The 100,000 was tied to the stalking emotional distress. There's another felony, stalking fear of death, all right? But I'm interested in the anti-SLAPP because of affirmative defenses. So an affirmative defense means no matter what the plaintiff claims, she still loses because you have a defense they can't get around. Example of an affirmative defense, if you were filing an anti-SLAPP, would be the statute of limitations. No matter how good the plaintiff thinks their case is, they can't get around the fact that they're time barred. Now, in this instance, it says stalking fear of death. So now she's using Chris's last name, which is hilarious. They're not married to each other. She wrote, "I'm not like your ex. You never touched me. You never threatened to kill me or anything crazy. Yeah, you screamed and yelled and threw shit, but not at me." So felony stalking, fear of death, and he's never threatened her. These are her own admissions. So why the heck does he have this charge hanging over his head, where Arizona now recognizes the anti-SLAPP for criminal cases where First Amendment is a protected activity? Look forward to seeing how this unfolds. I don't have enough information at this point in time because I'm still learning things, but just from what I'm seeing right here, I would be focusing on the felonies first and then the misdemeanors next, and go from there. Thanks for watching.